Soundstripe. Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
so proudly we had, and twilight last those bright sparks and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. We're here at Nashville Fairgrounds, and Lord have mercy, I have BJ Duvall, and I have Mikey Neal Jr. qualifying, fixing to get started here.
Whoop. 32 drivers, last I counted, showed up tonight to put on a show, and first of those 32 drivers out on track here for qualifying out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma is Jonah Colbert in the 31.
Well, Mikey, let's see if your tongue twisted like me and BJ.
Probably not as bad as that. I was doing my warm-ups before. I don't know if y'all were warming up, so.
No, we were kind of watching Kyle Larson get into the big one.
Yeah, we did see that at I already forgot the name of it. Bubba Race Park.
Bubba Raceway Park, yes, in Florida. Yeah.
See, I got it. And we are obviously not there tonight. We are here at Nashville Fairgrounds, not to be confused with Nashville.
Well, we got already lost. We thought it was the Cup Series, but it was Truck Series. We all were scrambling where we lost a couple of days, but we're back with the trucks. And tonight, Nashville, let's take a look at your track facts. 150 laps, and the stage break is on lap number 60.
I'm still working in the background. You have to forgive me.
Well, the next driver making his way onto the track with truck number 20 is Dustin Rinstedel. Dustin Rinstedel from Pikeville, Kentucky, in at number 20. That's a sharp-looking white car there, Mikey.
Absolutely, and he's gonna run a pretty good lap out there. And I think I'm not really sure about these guys, but they may be running their quickest lap on their second laps. Not really sure how the tire cooling is going to work for him. But right now, Barrett Morton is putting his machine up in first with a 18.458, which compared to practice times is not far off of the best times. And we got some big hitters. One of a Cup Series regular, Keith Hackney. I saw him in here tonight. We have a bunch of regulars who've had a great season, such as Ron Morse Jr., Wes Wiggins in here, Jonah Colbert. We got a lot of fast guys still in here, and it's awesome to see such a large amount of drivers coming back and keep racing in the Truck Series, because every single year this series is like the most competitive out of all of them, and at least frequently. What? And a lot of the guys are coming back. So
true, but last week the series that outperformed all the series would be the Cup Series with the most drivers last week.
It was.
It definitely was. Morton still quick time. Wes Wiggins, Sean Kostritza, and Jonah Colbert. And Justin Holt rounds out your top 5. Making his way onto the racing surface now. And the Team Flex car number 94 from Athens, Pennsylvania. It's Bobby Hall Jr. Bobby Hall Jr. still looking to pick up his first win of the season this season. Had a handful of wins last season, Mikey. And what does that do to the mindset when you haven't picked up your first win yet? And last year you had a handful of wins right about this time. What does it play in the driver's mind?
Yeah, you're definitely eager to get that first win. And whenever you start, you expect to be the fastest driver out of the gate, especially when you've had such a great season like Bobby Hall Jr. had last year. And he's not been off this year. It's not like he's just not been up front competing. He's been up front in every single race. It's just, sometimes, once you kind of get in a funk, it's not more of, you're the fastest truck out there. You're going to be the fastest every week, or you're going to be the slowest every week. You just get to a certain position, and then it really starts to creep in your head. It's like, dang, I'm in first place, and I've not won since last season. And then you maybe make a mistake and lose that. There's a lot of factors that kind of come into it. But at this point, mid-season, Bobby Hall Jr. has not had a bad season. And I think that's the most that he could take away from it. You just got to wait for that first win, because once you get one, that gives you the biggest confidence boost ever, and then he'll win more. That's just kind of how it works. At least usually how you see it work throughout drivers is it really just kind of depends on what role you're on, and he's not been on a winning role, but he's been up there in the top 5 consistently. We say his name consistently every single week, so this could be it for him. This is a short track, going to be a lot of contact tonight. We know how aggressive Bobby Hall Jr. is, and we're going to see Daniel Worthington in his 113 machine out on the track right now with a few minutes left in qualifying.
Definitely from Rome, Pennsylvania, the 113, Daniel Worthington. He was strong last season at certain times throughout the season last season. Hasn't had that breakout yet, but you know what? He still has time to get there in that 113 machine. Also making his way onto the racing surface, the 59 from Monroe, Kentucky. It's Blake Hensley. Blake Hensley in the 59, normally drives the 31 in the Cup Series. Coming out for his first lap, taking the green flag. Also on the track right now is Fernando Takahashi, right now 19th on the board. Also another driver making his way onto the racing surface, the 42 truck. That's Ed Osborne supporting a new scheme this week. That's a nice little sharp car for Ed Osborne. Blake Hensley goes 11th quick. Your top 5 looking like this. The number 9 of Barrett Morton, 2nd. 88 of Wes Wiggin, 3rd is Shaka Schritz, the 46. Bobby Hall Jr., the 94. And Peyton Hubbard ran out your top 5 in the 99 truck. So far, 20 drivers have taken time. 21st driver, Ed Osborne, first lap, 20th.
I think he scraped the wall, so that lap won't count of his, but I'm going to see him go back around here, see if maybe he can gain some time. He's going to use the high banking of the track to gain speed, and he's going to clock in, I think, still P20th.
The next driver, he's on parole. It's Drew Perot in the 80 machine.
And while he continues on track, put his first time in drivers, still yet to get a time in. Taylor Peacocks, he takes green flag, actually finishes his first lap. He will move up to 11th quick. Drew Perot will go 18th quick on his first lap. We got Alex Healy, Ronnie Shirk, Gary Jaworski, Cody Verrill, Lauren Jackson, Tyler Evans on track right now. Keith Hackney, Derek Puckett, and Will Weber. I believe that is Travis Twitty. Drivers that have yet to get a time in.
Yeah, and it looks like we are just under 3 minutes, so a lot of drivers are going to start coming out here, putting their laps down before the time expires. As we see, the 77 is Tyler Evans, the 77, as he goes into turn 3, putting down his flying lap here. Let's see where this will put him.
Goes 19 quick.
Going to put in a 1907, and it looks like he'll run his second lap here, really loose off the corner and into the wall. And this lap will not count for him, but it looks like he may try to finish it out, and he will.
Fernando, who's 24th on the speed chart, just making some extra laps, trying to get comfortable in that truck. Fernando Takahashi from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey. What, BJ? What?
Steve, you and I both keep getting tongue-tied. It's going to be a long night.
It's going to be a long night, but Superman is still leading at Bubba Raceway Park as Kyle Larson is out of the race with an early wreck. And, it's a good racing going on with the Lucas Oil Super Late Models on Flow Racing. So 24 drivers have taken time. The drivers who have not taken time be Alex Healy, Roddy Shirk, Travis Twitty, Keith Hatton, Cody Verrill, Aaron Jackson, Will Weber, Gary Jaworski, and Derek Rowdy Puckett. Jeremy Vaughn put the nickname on there, Iceman, and that is certainly what's going on in Oklahoma and Arkansas tonight, is the ice storm coming through. So, BJ, maybe the Iceman for Jeremy Vaughn, it might be kind of accurate.
Yeah, yeah. For a lot of us, actually, yeah, we're looking towards some heavy snow tonight, and some of our weather apps are saying ice, and some of them just saying a lot of snow. So, yeah, it could be pretty accurate.
What are you getting, Mikey? I mean,
I live in North Carolina, so at this point we don't know. Usually, it could be a mix of both. It'll be 30 degrees. It'll be a 30-degree difference in about an hour, probably. It's about how North Carolina weather is unpredictable, but hopefully no snow here or ice or anything. I think we're just forecasted to get some rain, but other than that, we're looking A-okay out here on the East Coast.
well, right now, your points leader in the Truck Series is Peyton Hubbard with 1 win on the season. You got Wes Wing in second, Bobby Hall Jr. third, Jonah Colbert in fourth, and Alex Healy rounds out your top 5. Here is tonight's starting lineup for the Nashville 150. And on the pole, the All-American Motorsports, truck number 9, Barrett Morton, to his outside of Flex Motorsports, truck number 88, Wes Wiggin.
Row number 2 to the inside, Royal Thunder Racing number 46, Sean Kostritza. Line up to his outside, Flex Motorsports number 94, Bobby Hall Jr.
And starting P5, your points leader, Peyton Hubbard in his 99 machine. And starting to his outside, for JC Motorsports, we have Jonah Colbert driving in his 31 truck.
And in the fourth row, to the left and to the right, it'd be Justin Holt out of Texas, and truck number 19 to his outside, Taylor Peacock in 81.
Row number 5 to the inside is going to be Flex Motorsports number 4, Alan Duranco. Line up to his right side is going to be All-American Motorsports number 24, Sean Kaiser.
And starting in P11 tonight, we have Cody Anderson in the 17 truck. And to his outside, we have my dear friend Blake Hensley in his 59 truck tonight.
In row number 7 to the left would be Jeremy Vaughn, the Iceman, the Next Level Racing truck number 2 to his outside, JC Motorsports. Truck number 20, Dustin Rinstedall.
Row number 8 to the inside from Ron Morris Racing. It's the 76, Ron Morris Jr. to his outside. In the 80, it's going to be Drew Parole.
And then starting right behind them in P17, we are going to have David Brackett. And to his outside in the 25 machine tonight, we're going to have Lucas Lyons.
And roll it off on your 10th row will be Tyler Evans in the Cornerstone Motorsports. To his outside, George Gibbs.
Row 11, we're going to have Brian Terry and Daniel Worthington.
And starting right behind them, we are going to have Ed Osborne and Fernando Takahashi.
Row number 13 will be Keith Hackney and Alex Healy in the Flex Motorsports truck number 97.
Row 14 is going to be Cody Verrill and Aaron Jackson to his outside.
Right behind them, we are going to have the high side hustler himself, there it is, Travis Twitty, and to his outside, we have Will Weber.
And your final 2 rows, Gary Jaworski to 44 and Derek Puckett. And right out your field is Roddy Shirk in the Team Reapers, truck number 51. Lights go out. Who's your pick?
Well, this is gonna be, I'll go first. It might be Travis Twitty if I could say it right. Sorry, Travis, but gonna be a tough one tonight, but I think. Keith Hackney. Gonna go with it. Keith Hackney.
DJ?
Bobby Hall Jr.
Shaka
Bobby Hall Jr.
Stritza.
pulled up.
All right, Shaka
Yeah.
Stritza. There we go. Lights are out. Pace car in, coming to party the iRacing flag. We're fixing away that green flag. We're racing here at Nashville for 150 laps. Don't forget stage break on lap number 60 as they head into turn number 1. Barrett Morton takes the lead. Wes Wiggum will fall in line with Shocker Stritza, your top 3 out. They come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. As Wes Wiggum putting lots of pressure on Barrett Morton early in the race as the top 2 start to pull away from Shocker Stritza as we're still 2 by 2 for 4th and 5th on the track.
It is your points leader in Bobby Hall Jr., the man sitting in 3rd in points right now, if I remember correctly, battling it out. The outside's going to have the momentum off turn number 4. It looks like Bobby Hall Jr. is going to take a position. Now the 31 of Jonah Colbert putting the pressure to Peyton Hubbard to the inside of him now.
And Barrett Morton, he's had a very strong last few weeks, and he's out front early here. And I think that's exactly what he needs. As we are going to see Peyton Hubbard make a move here on Jonah Colbert, last week's winner, and he'll complete the pass, and he's making that bottom work very well. You see a lot of the drivers, and he's going to throw it in there. Jonah Colbert, and he gets turned around on the backstretch, and we got a pile up as the 81 of Taylor Peacock is involved. And oh my goodness, as they are stopped on the top of the backstretch right now, Jonah Colbert in the 31 machine.
Ooh, parking lot and used sales parts going on the back straightaway.
And I believe that is that the 24 car who is stuck right behind him. I think Sean Kaiser had nowhere to go, and that was really unfortunate. So we're gonna watch this replay. It all started in the middle of the corner. Jonah Colbert gets loose and just nowhere to go. The 19 machine involved there of Justin Holt. He's gonna be involved in that mess. And yeah, you're going to see him go in right there. He's going to get on the yellow line just right there and tap the apron, get sideways. Taylor Peacock does not expect the checkup, gets into him. You see, obviously, the 19, the 81, the 24 all pile in. Everyone else does a great job of avoiding this mess. But, that's definitely going to be a heartbreaker for him here early for last week's winner.
Definitely. Tough luck for that 31 machine. But Barrett Morton, in the 9 truck, your race leader, Wes Wiggum in 2nd, Sean Kostritza, Bobby Hall Jr., and Peyton Hubbard, your top 5. Let's see here, Sean Kaiser, 24, and the 31 of Jonah Colbert right there. Right in front of the race leaders. They'll get their wave around when the lights go out on the pace car. Maybe.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, but it looks like Jonah Colbert has to let the leaders go around there in turn 1. So not really, sure where everyone's going to end up. But it looks like Jonah Colbert is not going to be on the lead lap, which for the role or for the amount of momentum that he's had lately, this is going to be a gut punch really early. And really quickly about this track, a lot of people don't know. Can you pull up the track map? Oh wait, we don't have that anymore. I remember.
Info? Track info has a map, but it just doesn't.
But so even though these corners look very similar, they're very different. Turn 1, you want to run close to the bottom, but not right on the bottom, because what will happen is exactly what happened to Jonah Colbert, is that you want to keep turning lower and lower, and there it is. See, and you can see that it looks very similar, both corners, but they drive completely different. You want to run kind of on the bottom, in the middle, and 1 and 2. But like I said, if you run too low, it's going to kind of upset the car, and you're going to get a little bit loose, exactly the way Jonah Colbert did. Then 3 and 4, you can actually run right up against the yellow line, and it really helps the car turn. So both corners, though, they do have outside lines as well. You'll probably see it more proficiently in turn 3 and 4, as the high line over there works a little bit better than in 1 and 2. But there's a lot of lanes at this track, which makes it very fun to race at. So, it's a lot really close racing, but unfortunately, we saw an incident there where a car just got a little bit too low and got loose.
Well,
one thing I'm surprised I haven't heard you mention yet, Mikey, is just how rough the track is. Just incredibly rough and hard on tires.
Yeah, and this is a very old school track. So, very bumpy, hasn't been repaved in a while. So the tires really feel it. A lot of heat is collected on the surface of the tires. And, if you don't save your tires correctly, it will kill you on the long run.
Base car is in. We're fixing to come back to the green flag. Green flag is out. Barrett Morton bringing us down the front straightaway. Good start for that number 9 as they head into turn number 1. The 9 machine of Barrett Morton runs that bottom groove. There's Wes Wiggin. He'll fall in pursuit behind him. As Sean Kostritza and the 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. battling side by side. Hall on the outside. Getting around Sean Kostritza. Off of turn number 4, give it to Bobby Hall for that 3rd place. Sean Kostritza falls back to 4th. And now we got a battle with the race lead. As you see the 9 of Barrett Morton, Wes Wiggin. Wiggin had to get on the binders there. And he will fall in line going into turn number 3.
Caution flag's going to wave again here over the track.
I believe it was Will Weber in the 1 machine. I saw him, I think he was at least somewhat stopped or around. I'm not sure if he had gotten loose or not, but I think the first car I saw go around was the 1 machine. See him low. He's going to enter, and right there, boom, apron. Going to whip the car right around again. And keeps it off the wall.
Good job not to hit anything. Good job by everybody else avoiding him, making the evasive move to get up high and go around him. So, got pretty lucky on that one there not to collect any damages on that number 1 machine.
Yeah, and we've already seen that twice tonight where the car's been on that bottom and you just catch the apron, turns the car right around, and there is no saving it once you hit it. And already the track is already pretty loose because as you brought it up earlier, BJ, the track's really rough. So when there's just such a difference in the surfacing of the track between the apron and the track surface itself that whenever you just barely get over it, it just upsets the car so much. And even though like you hit it, it doesn't feel like you're going to hit it when you're driving through the corner. It feels like you're just going to be right above it. And that's just kind of how the track is. It's really weird, but it's unlike any other track. And, it catches a lot of people off guard. And we've already seen it catch 2 drivers off guard tonight.
Well, the 19 Justin Holt gets the lap back. He's the lucky dog. The lights should go out next time by here at Nashville, the Nashville 150. As Barrett Morton, Wes Wiggin, Bobby Hall Jr., Sean Kostritza, and Taylor Peacock round out your top 5. Taylor Peacock, with damage on that vehicle, this would be the track. Damage probably doesn't matter that much, does it?
I would not say aerodynamics are completely crucial here. Obviously, it'll upset the car a little bit. We've already seen a few cars get loose. So aerodynamically, if anything, it'll make the car a little bit tighter, which may hurt a little bit on the longer runs because, a little bit tighter, it might actually feel a little bit better, but you'll start to drift up the track. So you really start to use that right front a little bit more than other drivers. So it may hurt the tires, but as long as if he's really patient and can kind of keep not 100% tonight, he should be fine. I don't really think it's going to upset the car too much. So we'll watch Taylor throughout the rest of the night. But he's a really good driver. I'm sure we'll see him up front no matter if he has damage or not.
Definitely. You do see the 24 Sean Kaiser down pit road. And there's the trucks. A little different, BJ.
In a little bit, not a whole lot of time there from the truck at the back going off the screen to the leaders coming around. Not a whole lot of time to get down pit road if you've got damages you want repaired and still manage to stay on the lead lap. You might get 2-3 seconds at absolute emotion. You don't want to be at the back of the field trying to get those damages repaired, but lights are out on the pace car. Doubled back up Barrett Morton, Wes Wiggin, your front row. Bobby Hall Jr., Sean Kostritza, your second row. Peyton Hubbard, Taylor Peacock, your third row.
We're coming down. We're fixing to go back to green flag action here at Nashville. Barrett Morton brings us back. He's on the loud pedal down the first straightaway. This time Wes Wiggin gets a good jump or good start on him, but Barrett Morton's going to clear him out of turn number 2. Sean Kostritza battling with Bobby Hall Jr. Last time by, we saw Bobby Hall with a good run on the outside. Will Sean Kostritza get it? Being on the outside this time as they're still side by side. Out turn number 2, 4, down the front straightaway. That 3rd place now goes to Sean Kostritza. So BJ and Mikey, that middle groove seems to be the place on the restarts to gain those positions.
It does definitely look like it. The inside line, obviously, is the shortest way around the track. And if you can get the truck to stick and really really hang on to it, you can make up a lot of ground on it inside. We saw the 31 doing it earlier, but we also saw what happens if you make one little mistake doing it from that exact same truck. Spun it around in the turn and lost everything that he had worked for gaining there. So that middle line, the fastest and most consistent place to run at the moment, I guess is the best way to put it. You get right there, you might not be quite as quick running down on the as you are running down on the bottom, making the track shorter, but it's a safer place to be. Track's a little bit smoother, a little bit easier to get off the corner, a little bit easier to keep the run when you come off the corner. As they head back down on turn number 1, top 5 now pulling away from the field.
And I think it's more of a kind of a comfortability aspect for the drivers. Is that right now on the bottom, if you're right against the line, it's very bumpy, and it's just driving. You want the wheel to be very smooth, and you got a caution on the track.
Daniel
I'm not sure who that
Worthington.
was. The 113 car, I believe.
Looks like he just checked up a tad bit and gets hit from the behind, the 18 truck.
Yeah, the 18 maybe looking to make a move here underneath them. And right there, you'll see Keith Hackney kind of check up for the drivers in front of him. And Daniel Worthington kind of goes up the track there. And I don't think the 18 was expecting it completely. And he tried to make an evasive move down to the left. Just caught Daniel Worthington. Good job again here by everyone. It looks like everyone misses him just barely by a few inches. But, no harm, no foul. Looks like everyone's going to be able to keep going.
There you see Barney yanking that flag up and down, getting his exercise in. He's going to have some strong muscles. He's going to be one of those pit crew members one day. That's who's going on there.
Got to get the work for the tire changer.
Yeah.
I thought he was going for world's strongest man, but in his right arm only.
Or he could just wave the flag sign up and down.
Right.
Yeah.
But really quickly, what I was going at there is that these drivers feel a lot more comfortable in the middle because that's where the track is, the least bumpy, to put it. So these drivers are going to kind of keep running around there. It's kind of like dirt. I believe that. What do y'all have? Y'all have like a cushion, correct? That you just kind of want to, put your right rear in and just kind of drive it up there. I'm pretty sure that's what they do in dirt cars. So with here, like, it's just more of you want where the track is very smooth, and it's very smooth kind of in the middle instead of being on the bottom or on the top.
I got a feeling we're going to see the 8 car around many times on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I'm going to be looking for the cushion.
He's going to be driving high, wide, and handsome there off the turds or into the turds.
BJ's done it before. He's gotten a street stock around a asphalt track, dirt track in it.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a fun way to do it. I've actually won a race doing it before, and I got a lot of interesting questions at the end of that race. I live streamed it too.
There's Taylor Peacock bringing it back down pit road. Sean Kaiser following him in.
So we have an interesting thing kind of happen here that I was kind of over listening. I saw it and I was kind of surprised. But 31 of Jonah Colbert looks to have been, I don't want to say it, but maybe accidentally disqualified from the race.
Oh.
So
Well,
I think it was a misclick. He was 3 laps down.
well, BJ,
I think maybe
we've
4
had that
laps,
happen
but,
before.
Yeah.
It's real easy to do that on the admin side, especially when it changes on you in a heartbeat and you click the wrong.
Yeah, unfortunate, but keep going. A few laps down. Anyways, so I don't really know if he'd have really been able to make it back up through the night, but definitely kind of sucks. And it looks like Barrett Morton's going to lead us back here to the green flag. He's led every single lap so far. He's looked really good out front, and Wes Wiggin has not fallen far behind, so we'll see what happens here on this restart.
Green flag is out. Here at Nashville is world lap number 28. 29 in the books. We're riding on the roof cam of Bobby Hall Jr. as he comes out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And on this view, he's right there on the 9,
Whoa.
the 88. Wes Wiggin will take the lead out, turn number 4, down the front straightaway.
Nearly having contact there. Well, I guess probably did have a little bit of contact there through 3 and 4, but nearly having a disastrous outcome. Both those drivers able to hang on to it and stay nice and steady through the turn. Impressively done. Bobby Hall Jr. now takes a look at the inside of Barrett Morton for the race. Lead side by side at the stripes. It was Barrett Morton, but Bobby Hall Jr. still fighting the inside, and caution flag waves again here tonight on lap 30.
Dustin Ring still involved.
Yeah, I saw I think it was the 1 and the 20 car again. They were the first cars again that I really saw around. And there's the 20 right there, contact off turn 4, inside wall. Big hit for Brian Terry, big hit for Will Weber. A few other cars sliding in there, maybe getting a little bit of contact. Maybe Ed Osborne with a little bit of damage there. Man, that is a weird incident when you're going into turn 1 and you have a car flying back up the track. Nothing he could do. And, not a lot of places these guys could go. See there, here's the 18 truck. We're going to see from his point of view. He's going to send it in on the outside. Nowhere to go. You see him getting to Ed Osborne there. And, not really sure, what you can do in that situation. But definitely unfortunate.
As we're back to the live pictures, Wes Wiggin, your race leader, and Bobby Hall Jr. will start second for this restart. And that last restart, the inside line really worked well for Wes Wiggin. Let's see how this restart will play out. Your top 5 looking like this: Wes Wiggin, Bobby Hall Jr., Barrett Morton, Blake Hensley, and Sean Kostritza. You're watching the Bluegrass Truck Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget that thumbs up button on the YouTube side of things, as that's what we're broadcasting tonight is YouTube only. Make sure to share it out with your friends, your loved ones, and hit the thumbs up, hit thumbs down, hit thumbs down. Mikey loves it, makes him giggle up here in the booth. So hit one or the other. And make sure to go to that chat and chat Mikey up. He gets kind of lonesome with just me talking to me and BJ. He loves to talk to y'all people on YouTube. It's kind of, he loves the attention.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. Well, Superman Jonathan Davenport picks up the win at Bubba Raceway Park tonight. First win of the season with the Lucas Oil Super Late Models.
My buddy, y'all might know him. His name is Alex Huffman. He's been really, talking a lot about Kyle Larson this week, and Kyle Larson wrecked out on lap 1, or lap 2, something like that. So obviously he was not good enough this weekend. So rough weekend for him, but yeah,
That's fighting words to a lot of Kyle Larson fans. I'm just saying.
Yeah, really quickly though, going back here to the Truck Series race, Wes Wiggin, man, he's been really, really good on the restarts. And I was going to say something about it last time, but I didn't want to jinx him. And he's looked really good in turn 1 and 2. You see him, he's kind of running a little bit higher than Barrett Morton, and he's been able to make it work. He's had a few times where he's been able to peek under Barrett, and that time he was finally able to get a big enough run. He waited till Barrett made a tiny mistake, and then he was able to send it right underneath him. Not only that, Bobby Hall Jr. was also able to gain a position there. We know how aggressive Bobby is, so we'll see if maybe he can try to, maybe push the 88 down lower here on the track if he gets a good enough restart, so he can take advantage of the surface of the track again and run the middle while he runs the bottom. We'll see. It's going to be interesting here.
But, what was really interesting last week, we got to see Barrett Morton. He was really aggressive on the restarts when he was not leading.
Yeah.
So let's be interested to see this time as we go back to green flag racing here at Nashville. Into turn number 1, Wes Wiggin gets a good start there. And now look, Barrett Morton looks to the inside of Bobby Hall Jr. to his inside out. Turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Bobby Hall going to clear him. And now here comes the 59 of Blake Hensley. Hensley down to that 3rd spot. Barrett Morton falls back to 4th. Peyton Hubbard rounds out your top 5 here at Nashville.
Single filing it out very, very quickly through. Looks like about the top 10 this time. Battle going a little bit further back. I believe that was Drew Probacker fighting for that 8th position. Right there, you see him now. It's right behind him with Cody Vero and Alan Duranko.
Oh! We got a lot of cars around on the backstretch.
Fernando Takahashi going around in that 23 machine. Let's look at your NLR8 instant replay. There's Takahashi.
Wrecking in front of him.
Yeah, that looked like his teammate.
I'm not really sure if that was the 113 car, maybe. I couldn't tell.
Right there's the 113 coming on screen. It's a little further back.
Or 76 of Rod Morris Jeter right there.
Yeah, I believe that was Keith Hackney underneath him, just really tight off the corner. As you see, again, that bottom surface is really bumpy. And yeah, you see right there, Keith is coming off the bottom a little bit and just is going to tag him right there. As you see, that's enough contact to turn that car around. And then we're on board here with the 44 of Gary Jazorski, and you see nowhere to go, straight into the door of the 76 machine. And I'm not really sure who. There were a lot of cars that were involved in this. I believe Jeremy Vaughn took a massive hit into the back of the 76 as well. We saw Takahashi go around. I believe the 18, the 38 were all around. The Taylor Peacock, I think, was able to stop. It looked like the 24 was involved. A lot of drivers involved in this wreck.
Meanwhile, still leading the way, Wes Wig and his teammate Bobby Hall Jr. in second. Tight race between those two over the short green flag run that we just had. And Blake Hensley finds himself in that 3rd spot. Barrett Morton 4th, Peyton Hubbard running at their top 5. Sean Kostritza fell back to 6th since early on in this race. Biggest movers of the race so far, you've got Cody Verrill, who made his way inside the top 10. He's up 17 spots. Alex Healy up to 12th. It's up 14 spots. Keith Hackney to 13th, up 12 spots. And Ronnie Shirk to 14th, up 19 spots. He's your current biggest mover of the race.
And, we're on lap 42 now here under caution. We do go to lap 60 tonight. That is when our stage break will be, and we've already had 5 cautions, I believe, 5 or 6 cautions beforehand. So, these guys are racing really hard out of the gates, and we haven't even made it to the stage break yet.
Steve let the dog back in
everyone's
the booth.
Dogs are looking around.
All right, got 27 people watching on YouTube. We want you all hit the thumbs up button there or the thumbs down, either or. Just a reaction on here. Make sure to say hi to Mikey Deal on the YouTube side of things. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here at Nashville. The 88 West Wigan is your race leader. Now look at the 59, looks to the inside.
Oh, he's going around. West Wigan, Bobby Hall Jr. involved. Massive wreck, 17 involved. The 8 truck is around. The 9 truck is in it. And that is not good. Oh, boy. Man. Oh. And you're going to see right here, Blake Hensley is just going to get in there. Maybe right here, he's going to slide up off the corner. You see that gap between his truck and the yellow line getting bigger. Big contact right there. And Bobby Hall, nowhere to go. Hard into the wall right there. Bam! And Barrett Morton actually does a pretty good job of, slowing his truck down. I don't really know if he got involved in it that much. But you're going to see right here, cars behind him trying to take evasive action. 17 truck's going to go around, and we do see some damage on that 9 truck, so he will get some contact. Looks like the 8's going to spin off the 4 car there. 97, Alex Healy maybe going to get a little bit of front damage. A lot of trucks involved. And
just like that, from 5th and 6th to 1st and 2nd. Top 2 drivers taken out from the caution. 3rd place driver sent to the rear and credited for the caution. Peyton Hubbard, Sean Kostritza, now your top 2. Lucas Lyons, Drew Perot, and Alan Duranko have all now cracked the top 5 from that wreck.
really quickly, Steve, is there any way you can go back to the replay of that wreck really quickly? I just want to point something out.
Let's see.
It's all good. I'm not sure if you have one to go here or not. But so I really quickly want to go into the cockpit of Blake Hensley's car and just want to see, you know, what, because we've seen this already 3 or 4 times. So let's see if we can get to the inside of the 59 truck here. So we're going to see him go into the corner, and he's going to be underneath him. Now watch the steering wheel here. I bet once he hits this middle of the corner, this thing is going to be moving everywhere. And you see him look at the truck going up and down, bouncing around. And at that point, you can't really control it. And you see him make contact with him, even though it doesn't seem like he really did. And that's what we're seeing a lot of right now. And it's because a lot of drivers who are on the inside, whenever they hit the gas, they don't expect that car to be bouncing around. And the second you hit the bump, it's going to throw the car up to the right side. So when the driver on your outside is really tight on you, that's going to happen almost every single time. And there's not really much the other driver can do about it.
Well, the 99 of Peyton Hubbard is your race leader. With Sean Kostritza, Lucas Lyons, Drew Perot, and Alan DeRocco rounds out your top 5. The 99 of Peyton Hubbard will choose the outside for the restart. So Sean Kostritza will be on his inside. Row number 2 be Lucas Lyons and Drew Perot. There's Alan DeRocco and Tyler Evans. Ronnie Shirk and Alex Healy in row number 5. Pace car is in. Builds in the hands of Peyton Hubbard as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Good start for Peyton Hubbard as it brings us down to the start-finish line into turn number 1. He had a really good launch off there. Kind of left the 46 of Sean Kostritza. And then a battle right now going on for thirds. The 80 of Drew Perot on outside. 25 of Lucas Lyons. And a battle going on with Al DeRocco and Evans. Evans on the outside trying to make it work as it comes down to the start-finish line. 50 laps are in the books here.
And by the way, that restart went right there between Peyton Hubbard and Sean Kostritza. Know that those two are in chat together. Next Level Racing and World of Thunder Racing, kind of working in tandem with each other this season. And the way that they fired off on that restart, it kind of held back the field a little bit and gave both these guys an advantage. You can see the gap that they have now to drivers on back from them. I almost wonder if there wasn't a little bit of coordination going on there in order to do that and give both of them the advantage, as we have right about 6, 7, 8 laps to go. I can count.
8 is correct.
Woo.
Yeah, that was a great start there by Peyton Hubbard. And, you know, these two guys are able to get way out front as they have almost a 1 second. Well, Peyton has almost a 1 second lead over Drew Pearl now. And, you know, Peyton's looking very comfortable out front. You know, he's made his way up 4 positions to that number 1 spot. And behind him, a lot of these guys have taken advantage of the cautions tonight, such as Drew Pearl, Lucas Lyons, Ronnie Shirk. These guys are up in the double digits on gains tonight already. And we got a wreck on the front stretch, I believe. Not really sure where, but I believe the 51 truck was around Ronnie Shirk. And I probably should have not said anything, because the second I said his name, it's going to get caught up in an incident here. Not really sure. A weird spot to be on the front stretch.
So what you're saying, Mike, is it's your fault. So take a look here at our NLRA instant replay.
Let's see.
Ceremony
He's going to...
inside.
So he's going to be driving here, and you see that rear end already stepping out. His tires are turned, and they're going to go back to the right, and there he goes, right around. So just going to get loose, and let's see if they put some sticky tape on the front of that car, and yes, they will. And that car is going to pit road.
an unfortunate glitch that we do have here on iRacing. Every once in a while, the front bumper just gets a little extra glue on there. It kind of seeps through that wrap that they have on the cars and grabs the hold when they hit the wall.
So this caution is, just in a really weird spot because we were on lap 57 and the stage break is going to be at lap 60. So I just saw about not even half the field, maybe a quarter of the field pit. And all the guys who just pitted are probably going to be staying out at the stage break here. So, again, with these cautions, it brings in interesting strategy. As I'm not sure if we're getting a 2 to go here. And see, the pace lights are still on, so we probably just hit 2 to go. And maybe a 1-lap dash, maybe? Or is this going to be the stage break? I'm not really sure. But nevertheless, it's going to be really interesting.
See here in just a moment if I can get an answer. I gotta push mute back on. There's that.
We are on lap 58 right now, so
We're waiting to see if we get confirmation on the stage.
So I think we're gonna go to 1 to green here.
So
We are 2 to green. We are still 2 to green, and the pace lights are still on. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a 1-lap dash here to the finish. So we're gonna go green this next lap, and it's just gonna be 1 lap around, and then the caution's gonna be thrown back out, and that'll be your stage break.
Our cameraman having a little extra fun here tonight.
Here's a spot available for sponsorship up there. Just call that number. All the beautiful trucks out here tonight. Few damaged, few clean, but it's all a part of racing as the pace lights are out. We're going to be going green this time for our 1-lap shootout for the stage win. Peyton Hubbard is going to be starting first, and he picked the outside again. Him and Sean Kostritza worked very well on that last start. So we'll probably see them do the same thing here and try to get cleared out in front of all these guys.
Those two drivers actually have the fastest laps of this race.
Yeah.
Well, the pace car is in. We're fixing to go back to green flag action. 1-lap shootout as the green flag is a waving. Here comes Peyton Hubbard. Green flag is out. Lucas Lyons gets a good start there in at 25. As the 46 going to battle to the inside. Lucas Lyons looking to clear him out. Turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here we go. The top 5 cars single filed out. Peyton Hubbard coming out of turn number 4. He will pick up your stage win. Lucas Lyons is second.
And you got Sean Kostritza, Tyler Evans, Drew Pearl, Taylor Peacock, Alan Duranko, Ron Morris Jr., Cody Anderson, and Barrett Morton, your top 10 drivers receiving points for the stage break as Peyton Hubbard leads them all down pit road. It just feels so quick on these short tracks like this here with how quick you get from caution to everybody coming down pit road. You just talking about the stage for a minute before they come down pit road.
Yeah, that was once the pace car comes out and gets in front of the field, the pit road will open. So the second these guys went around the track, pit road opened and these guys go in right away. So I think the 77 and Tyler Evans stayed out. I'm not sure if he's pitted yet in this race, but definitely an interesting strategy there to stay out, or unless he might have missed it, but I'm not 100% sure.
Tyler Evans has not yet pitted. The only driver on track that has not pitted at all yet, Keith Hackney, Cody Verrill. Those two will take over the first and second spots, along with Blake Hensley right behind him. Hackney and Verrill pitted on lap 56. Verrill pitted lap 58. Everybody else in the field all the way down to the 113 of Daniel Worthington pitting during the stage break. Worthington pitted last on lap number 45. And then you got lap down car of Ronnie Shirk, still on pit road since lap 55. Everybody else still on pit road.
Yeah, and the guys that pitted a little bit early on that previous caution, Keith Hackney, Cody Verrill, and Blake Hensley, they will presume the top spots here, and then obviously Tyler Evans staying out. That's definitely, brings some interesting strategy. We know how good Keith Hackney is, Cup Series regular. We see him up front in the Cup Series. Same thing with Blake Hensley. These guys know exactly what they're doing. So pit a little bit earlier, smart, get the track position because there's been a lot of cautions tonight. They're only going to have about 4-6 laps older tires than the guys who are right behind them, such as Peyton Hubbard, Lucas Lyons, Taylor Peacock. But interesting strategy. We love seeing strategy here. I think it makes it much more fun. So, and then we got Tyler Evans, who just staying out. I don't know what he's doing. He's a maniac, but I'm excited to see what this is going to be.
Lights are out. We're going back to green flag action out turn number 4. As he will choose outside for the restart. Hackney will be on the inside. Then you got Blake Hensley, Cody Verrill, Peyton Hubbard, and Lucas Lyons in row number 3. As they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway, the drivers are getting racked and stacked. And it looks like Shoppenstritz got some kind of penalty or something. He's in the back.
Yeah, it might have been a speeding penalty of some sort, but he will fall to the back of the field, which is definitely a gut punch. But Barney's going to be waving the flag here.
Not actually sure what it is because it's not showing on the timing scoring. It only shows one pit stop on lap 62 and a pretty standard time of 15.8 for his pit stop. So not really sure what's going on, but green flag is out. Tyler Evans leading the way. Hensley, Hackney side by side for that second spot. Almost dead even, and it sounds like there's another wreck.
Man, that was
they managed to hold on to it.
I don't know who that was, but that was an excellent save. I believe it was Lucas Lyons. Yeah, he was dead sideways off the corner, and he hit the wall pretty hard, but definitely could have been a lot worse, and he's going to keep it going green for us. It was a good save. He could have hit that right, or he could have spun it right back into traffic. Does a great job of holding the brake, holding it up against the wall, and luckily we're going to keep going green.
Right now, he's at 18th position. Keith Hackney now your race leader with Blake Hensley in seconds. They come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Everybody single filed out. Cody Verrill running in the top 4. Tyler Evans, he's fallen back to the 3rd spot. Got to wonder if tires are on the losing end on that machine. As Cody Verrill goes to the middle groove there, there's Peyton Hubbard.
Oh, 8 car in the wall.
Number side by side with Cody Verrill. Verrill with some more damage. He's back in the wall out turn number 4.
And I saw a car smoking. I'm not sure if someone blew up. Might have been the 76. Yeah. I saw some smoke in the 8 car though. Going back to him is Peyton Hubbard really loose in the entry of the corner. And there's a yellow out. We got a wreck on the backstretch. 38 machine, I think. David Brackett. See, hits the apron right there, and that's going right around. And Bing keeps it off the wall.
He does. But Keith Hackney now your race leader. Blake Hensley in second. Tyler Evans, Peyton Hubbard, and Cody Verrill.
So I wonder if Tyler Evans is trying to kind of split this race in half, because if we think about it, we're coming up to the halfway mark of this race. And I wonder if he's going to maybe just try to pit right here, or on the next caution, just kind of run out his fuel. And then when he pits, maybe getting a little bit of a green flag run, he'll have fresher tires a little bit earlier. I'm not really sure, but I think right now he just wants to stay in the front and out of the wrecks.
As many caution laps as they have turned already here through the first stage and then now the beginning of the second stage. I'd say he's probably good on fuel for a little bit, but he's probably sitting there thinking, I'm not really uncomfortable on my tires. That the truck's already loose out here on the rough track. Why not continue to push, keep the good position, and run this race on as few pit stops as possible?
Yeah, and we see that he doesn't really have much pace compared to everyone else. We saw him fall back pretty early there to the first two guys, but he was able to hold his own once third place got to him. We saw Peyton Hubbard get a little bit tight behind him, not able to pass him. So, he's not really losing too much track position. The only thing, though, is that, bunching up the field again, this is, that's the last thing he wants is cautions right now until we get a little bit further in the race. But at that, Keith Hackney out front, and Blake Hensley followed him right there into second place, on that kind of different strategy compared to most of the field. So, these guys got track position, which is exactly what they want.
Well, Sean Kostritza went to the rear. He's made his way up to that 12th position slowly but for surely. He's making his way back up to the front. Travis Twitty currently running at that 15th position at 29. Truck looking nice and clean there compared to the other trucks around him.
That's what Travis does. He keeps his truck clean every single week, or at least he tries his best to. And we see that he's done a good job of it tonight.
Lights are out. We're going to let him loose again as drivers get racked and stacked here at Nashville Fairgrounds. I just want to know, Mikey, how did your picture go on Keith Hackney's car?
And I'm not really sure. I might have to get him for copyright.
That's what you should put on your car for Wednesday night.
Yeah, good luck.
Kind of like a Halloween theme on a Monday night in January. Green flag is out. We're back to racing. Keith Hackney back to the race lead. Blake Hensley in the 59 truck currently running in second. Peyton Hubbard in third. Fourth is Tyler Evans. Cody Farrell rounds out your top five, but he's under attack by Taylor Peacock into turn number 3. Farrell going to try to clear him. He does, but here comes Peacock on the back on the outside. And now he clears him going to turn number 1.
We got a little battle back
Wes
here.
Wiggins.
Oh, Wes Wiggins around. Oh, Lucas hardened the wall. And I believe that was on the 25, but we'd have to go back and look at that one more time.
Second time going around for Wes Wiggins here.
Let's see. He's going to get into the back of him right there. Just not expecting to check up hard into the inside wall. Oh, right back into the middle of the track. That's unfortunate. So put the throttle down a little bit too much. You can't go forward when there's a truck in front of you.
Well,
And that's a lesson learned, and you got to move on.
Tyler Evans, Taylor Peacock, Daniel Worthington, Sean Kaiser, all down pit road. So Keith Hackney, Blake Hensley, Peyton Hubbard, Cody Farrell, Alan DeRocco, your top 5. You got Cody Anderson, Sean Kostritza in 7th. 8th is Drew Burrell. 9th is Wes Wiggins. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 94 of Bobby Hall Jr.
Yeah, pretty lucky for Wes Wiggins there. Everybody going down pit road allowed him to move into that 9th spot after being involved in that caution, the first vehicle around in that caution there. The luck has not been on his side here tonight. That's twice now that he has went around due to another driver's teammate, Bobby Hall Jr., right behind him. Didn't see him in that, but he's right there with him, so I'm not 100% sure whether or not he was able to stay away from that wreck.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'd have to go back and look at it, but a lot of cars were involved. I believe Taylor Peacock might have been involved in that, but I know he definitely went down the pits. Yeah, no, it's definitely unfortunate. A lot of wrecks tonight, but a lot of drivers are just kind of we call it driving over their heads. And when you come to short tracks, and Nashville Fairgrounds is a pretty short track. I think it's like 0.5 miles, so a half-mile track. And whenever you put cars on a track that has many lanes, where in one of the surfaces of those lanes is a little bit harder to control your truck on. You see a lot of this, happen. If we think of Bristol, perhaps, we have the bottom lane at Bristol, we have the middle lane at Bristol, and we have the top lane at Bristol. And, if you run the middle, usually the car's pretty smooth. But if you run the bottom, you're right up against the apron. Sometimes get a little bit bumpy. Same thing with running the top, kind of get you up into the wall, up in the marbles if you drive it too hard. That's kind of how this track is. It's definitely, a lot less banked than Bristol. But there's a lot of lanes and a lot of drivers are just trying to put their nose in there. When you get behind a car, it's just kind of hard to judge, when they're getting back onto the throttle. So that's why we're seeing a lot of cautions tonight. And hopefully, we can get the rest of this race green. And I wanted to bring up really quickly, Tyler Evans did pit in that last caution. So we saw him kind of cut the race in half, and now he's going to be going again from P11.
He's peeing on turn 11?
He's going to be starting in P11.
Oh.
I heard the same thing you did, Steve. I heard the same thing you did.
He's going to start. I don't know what I said, but he's in P11, and that's where he'll be starting from. That was close.
Coming to the green flag, we're back to racing here in Nashville as Keith Hackney resumes the race lead.
Oh, we got the 17. Whoa, my goodness. What a save. I think Bobby Hall Jr. up into the wall. But the 17 truck of, that's Cody Anderson, makes an unbelievable save in turn 1. He had that thing facing the inside wall. See if we can back it up a little bit here. Look at that. That is what you call dirt tracking.
I won't see dust.
Look at this. Woo! Look at that. Right up there and go. Bobby Hall Jr. definitely got the worst out of that. He went hard into the outside wall.
So your top two pulled away, Keith Hackney and Hensley. Pulled away from Cody Farrell in that third spot. Then you got Peyton Hubbard, Alan Bronco. Still rounds out your top 5 as we come to complete lap number 87 of this 150 lap affair. The two drivers are Hackney and Hensley. Hensley not cutting no slack as he's on that loud pedal. He wants to put his name in.
He's definitely driving.
Or on the trophy or something. I don't know.
He is definitely driving the wheels off that number 59. We saw him get loose off turn number 2 just a moment ago. We'll see if it happens again here off of this turn. Does not, but he sticks right there with Keith Hackney side by side for that third spot there between Peyton Hubbard and Cody Verrill as they run side by side now. 2 turns 1 and 2, I believe that was. Everybody else in the field starting to spread out a little bit, starting to calm down there. You see Peyton Hubbard leading a 4-car pack, being
the 8 trucks around on the backstretch.
Tyler Evans in an attempt to avoid the 8. Good job by the 8 to pull right back to the inside wall and get it out of the way of traffic.
And looks like the apron jumped out and caught another truck there.
Cody Verrill doing a respectful thing, claiming that one as well. He's going to take a pit side.
Well, I don't know how you not claim
Well, yeah, I'm not going to lie, though. It's the first time tonight I've heard somebody mic up and say, hey, that was me. I'm not saying it didn't. Nobody else said it, but it's the first time I heard it.
It happens. We all self-spin. We've seen me do it countless times. I've probably done it the most in the Cup Series.
Let's see. At Circuit of the Americas, there was...
How about that?
Yeah.
Let's see. At Circuit of the Americas, there was the 8-car around, the 8-car around, the 8-car off track, the 8-car around.
It was only 3 times, okay?
Only 3, okay.
Collected Stevens' car. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Still finished top 10 that race. Can't complain.
This is true. I think once you get past your third spin, you might as well just stop counting and keep saying third spin.
Yeah, at that point, you're just putting your foot on the throttle and hope it doesn't spin.
I do remember quite a few times saying Mikey Neal Jr. involved again.
Yeah. Wonder how many times we're going to be saying that this week.
Well, if you're watching the Bluegrass Truck Series on Ultimate Dirt TV, you're watching on YouTube of the Bluegrass, make sure to hit that thumbs up. There's 28 of you watching. We want to see 28 thumbs up there. Make sure to hit that subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. Anytime Bluegrass is live on YouTube, you'll get a notification. So head on over to the Bluegrass Iracing Series Facebook page. And the whole 9 yards, you know. Get involved.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey.
I got one too. My dog just brought it to me.
Mikey, where's your squeaker?
That wasn't it.
Oh.
I'm looking for something. Yeah, I got one of those.
I think there's actually 4 of them in this one. Hold on, let's see. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's 4.
Yeah, I have 3 cats, and they tend not to like squeaky toys.
Gotcha.
They kind of get scared and jump away. So
Well, lights are out. We're going to let them loose one more time out turn number 4. Keith Hackney is the control car. He will restart it outside as Inslee to his inside. Al DeRocco and Payne Hubbard, row number 2. They got Cody Anderson and Sean Christensen, row number 3. Row number 4 will be Drew Pearl and George Gibbs. Taylor Peacock and Travis Twitty making his way into the top 10. Here we go. Green flag races back out here at Nashville. Keith Hackney, good start there. Blake Kinsley falls in line. A battle for his third right there is the 4 of Al DeRocco does clear. The 99 of Peyton Hubbard's they come up turn number 2 down the back straightaway to turn number 3. The 46 on the hip pocket of the 17 of Cody Anderson as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 96 laps in the books here on lap number 97. Keith Hackney, your race leader.
Everybody's starting to single file out once again here, trying to get some green flag laps, and everybody's playing nice right now. But once again, I think we are seeing why Keith Hackney was last season's champion in the Truck Series and why Blake Hensley is the Cup Series driver. He's all over the back bumper. That number 69 coming off turn number 2 this time. Expect to see a move coming from. No, he's not going to do. He's going to continue to play nice. Right up that back bumper. You can't outrun this clown on Keith Hackney's truck. We've seen that before last season. I think he ran it at, let's say it was Watkins Glen. He ran that truck. Right now, Blake Hensley putting heavy pressure on that 69. He's wanting to go.
yeah, and if anything, Keith might be saving a little bit of tire here, just trying not to push it too much. But Blake doesn't want to have any of it. He wants to go forward, get that car out of his way, and he's been looking low a few times, just cannot get the run off the corner to make a move on him. You see him go a little bit higher here. He's going to pick the throttle back up, but Keith does a great job of getting back on the throttle before him. And looks like Peyton Hubbard's trying to make a move there for second and not going to be able to get it. Alan Duranco's done a great job. I feel like he's been a little bit quiet tonight, and looks like Peyton Hubbard's going to look underneath him. But Alan's up 6 spots into P3, up in the top 5. Can't really ask for much more.
And look right there behind him and inside of him. You just mentioned Peyton Hubbard trying to make the move on him. Hubbard and Kostritza, what a job those two have done to get back through this field. Kostritza still not entirely sure what sent him to the rear, but what a recovery he's had to make his way back inside the top 5. And watching these two battle it out, hoping for a mistake, hoping for the door to open from at least from Alan Duranco's Peyton Hubbard. Obviously he's running it with Peyton Hubbard. Next Level Racing and World of Thunder Racing working side by side this season. Hoping for that door of opportunity from Alan Duranco to get by. Meanwhile, look a little further back. See a 4-car group right there. Not sure the numbers are going off the side of that truck. I'm not real sure who that is leading that group.
I believe that's Cody Anderson, who a few laps ago we saw drifting in turn 1. He's had a fantastic recovery, and I saw him up in the top 5. He fell back a little bit, and I believe he just got passed there by Taylor Peacock. But you know, a lot of these guys have made their way back up. Drew Proles made his way back up into the top 6 there as well. So you know, a lot of these drivers, even though they have a little bit of damage, have found their way back up inside the top 10. And you know, they're just looking for a good points day after all the wrecks tonight.
What about George Gibbs, that rookie, that 55 truck, currently in 11th spot, one spot out in top 10 right now. Did a good job. The truck's looking nice and clean here tonight. You know, he told
Very
us
clean.
he was going to be our favorite last weekend. Doing a good job, good recovery from a week ago with that 55 with George Gibbs. Meanwhile, Keith Hackney continues to lead. You see that lead shrink as they go into the turn. Coming out of turn number 4. And really, Hackney's not really pulled away from Blake Hensley here.
Yeah, and Peyton Hubbard looks like he's going to try to make a move here for P3 again. He's been working all over Alan Duranko's rear bumper this entire time, and he's finally going to be able to get that position. And he's going up into the wall. As I say that, maybe I just need to stop talking.
Well, Peyton Hubbard, something's around that car, that truck.
I am not. That was really weird. He had to have driven it in a little bit too hard and just gotten loose. It's the only thing I could have think that could have happened there. That was really weird.
Oh, the 4 of Duranko checks up a little bit. Sean Kostritz right there in his hip pocket as he looks underneath them, coming out of turn number 2. They head into turn number 3. Sean Kostritz will try to keep that truck on the bottom as they come out of turn number 4. Side by side for third. At the line, give it to Alan Duranko as the top 2 are loving this battle going on for third because they're starting to pull away. Oh, Kostritz almost got loose coming off the turn there, getting in that yellow line. That's going to allow that 99 to battle back on the outside.
And this, really quickly, this second group has actually been faster, even side by side. So if these guys could get single file, they actually might be able to catch the front 2. I'm not sure if the front 2 maybe drove off their tires a little bit or what, but before they started really battling here, they were actually gaining a lot on them as they were, you know, pretty far behind. But I think they had moved the gap to second place by under a second. So if those guys can single file out, they may actually have something to pay to those front 2 guys.
Well, Sean Kostritz is falling back. He's now falling back to that 7th spot as Taylor Peacock gets around him. Gotta wonder when he got underneath her truck got loose.
Yeah, he looked very loose there, and he just could not get off the bottom. I think that really hurt him. And we saw him get passed on the outside by numerous cars, and you know that's going to move him back to 7th place. Not what he wanted, but you know, Alan Duranko is held strong there as Peyton Hubbard's going to look back underneath them, but they are catching those front guys. They're about a 10th quicker, and if they can stay single file, they might be able to make their way back up to those front 2 guys as we are coming to about 35 laps to go.
35 laps to go, BJ. They got to make a move now. They want to do it.
That's right. Hackney and Hensley have pushed their trucks to the limit, battling with each other, fighting each other. Hackney trying to hold Hensley off. Hensley trying to do everything he could to get by him and allowed those guys behind to save their tires more or less. Now just gaining lap after lap, sucking up to him. You see right there, about a 10th quicker on 113, over a 10th quicker 114, lap 115. Hensley was actually faster, but right back down, just over half-tenths faster for Duranko on lap 116. So these guys settling down now a little bit and starting to reel them in just a little bit each lap here. Now I'm about another 10th on lap 117.
These guys really want to get around Duranko. As you can see, Peyton Hubbard again really pushing that inside, and he looks like he'll get the position finally on him as they've been working on him for a while now. And Taylor Peacock, who we've seen in a few incidents tonight, has made his way back up into 4th place. What a run by Taylor.
Definitely some good runs. Oh, Nelly. That lap truck went a little high there. Sean Kostritz now pinned back to the bottom. Cody Farrell right behind him.
And man, Peyton Hubbard shot out like a cannon. He is already only a few tenths off of that 59 machine. As you know, they were really trying to get around that 4. Once I got around him, he is looking at Blake Hensley's bumper now.
He is as they head into turn number 1. You can throw a blanket over your top 3, and actually here comes Taylor Peacock, top 4. Drew Groves left this spot in the 80 machine with the top 5. There is Al Bruckner's falling back to 6th. There's Sean Kostritza battling with Alex Healy. Healy in an 8th spot on the outside as they head into turn number 1, side by side. Durango and Farrell still battling side by side. Farrell lap down. So there you go.
And Alex Healy has recovered very well tonight. He was involved in a few incidents early. He has made his way back up 18 positions to that 8th spot. And, he has a bunch of cars around him. He can easily gain a few more here. So what a run by Alex Healy tonight.
Fritz around along with him back there, starting to regain ground once again. Moves his way into that 6th spot, battling for positions there. But meanwhile, up in the front, the top 4 have broken away, but Hubbard and Peacock both caught up to the front too. Just watching these guys, you gotta think.
Caution's out.
Never mind, caution's out.
Wow. This is big for those front 2 guys, as I believe the 17 of Cody Anderson went around. See him, and George Gibbs just gets up into him. Travis Twitty. Travis Twitty just barely going to get involved in that. But yeah, the 17 looks like he's going to get turned around there by the 55.
Twitty just trapped with nowhere to go, but this is going to be money stop time for these guys. I expect to see everybody come down pit road. Hackney and Hensley, though, proved me wrong. Those 2 stayed out. The one leading them down pit road is Peyton Hubbard. Not real sure what the thought process is behind this one for Hackney and Hensley here. Really would have expected the final stop of the race for everybody, but Alex Healy, Bobby Hall Jr., George Gibbs all stay out. Travis Twitty stays out. 6 drivers staying on track that were on the lead lap. Everybody else, Hubbard, Peacock, Pearl, Wiggin, Stritza, Worthington, Durango, Anderson, Verrill all went down pit road.
And Keith and Blake have both not pitted since, mid-50s, I think. I think they pitted on the caution around lap 58.
56 for Hackney, 58 for Hensley.
I saw Alex Healy and Bobby Hall both come in around that lap 90 caution before we had that longer green flag stint there. So those guys have a little bit fresher tires, but not the freshest tires of the bunch, as Alex Healy and Bobby Hall are going to have, almost 40, 30, what is that, 95, I don't know. But they're going to have like 30, 40 lap fresher tires than those guys in front of them. And then they're going to have almost 70 lap better tires than the guys in front of them. So, it's definitely kind of a weird place to be in. But I think fresh tires, no matter what, are going to prevail here.
Lights stay on the pace vehicle. Hackney, Hensley, Healy, Hall, and Hubbard round out your top 5 here at Nashville. You're watching the Bluegrass Truck Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget this week, we're only going to be live on YouTube. Make sure to let your friends know. Once you come on out, 27 people are watching right now. Make sure you hit that thumbs up or thumbs down. You hit thumbs down, you get to hear Mikey Neal Jr. giggle.
And also help jumpstart the YouTube algorithm. Say hello in chat. One thing to view, it's one thing to hit the like button. It's another thing to be an interactive viewer and say hello in the chat. Helps jumpstart that algorithm. Lets YouTube know that you really are actually interested in the content that is being shown. So say hi, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you've never done it.
Alrighty, the lights are out. We're going back to racing. Don't forget, 100 people watching at one time. Jason Collins will do a drawing for a $50 prize. So we got 2 more chances this week to get 100 consecutive viewers. So we might not hit it tonight, but make sure to come out tomorrow night and share out the broadcast. Let's try to get that. Right now, we're back to green flag racing. is your race leader, leading them into turn number 3.
That
There's
ain't
Bobby
gonna work.
Hall.
Bobby Hall around. And is not going to get hit. Taylor Peacock got into the back of him and does a great job of saving that.
Holy cow, I don't know how he didn't get hit. Trucks were scattering around him, and it is not a night to be a Flex Motorsports driver.
Yeah, Bobby Hall's going to lock it down. Does a great job of, not going anywhere, and it's just really unfortunate. Not really sure. It's a weird spot, a little bit later in the race, everyone trying to go for the same position. Taylor tried to make a move while it looked like Bobby was just trying to take that inside line. So, Bobby on a little bit older tires could have played a factor in it. They're just kind of all racing, trying to get the same real estate.
Well,
but, the top two drivers really love that. They need cautions.
This is your question, from a person that thinks you're the best in commentating. Mikey, Tony Iverson wants to know, did Keith Hackney already run his truck race this season?
That is a good question. I am unsure of the answer. I'm not 100% sure where Keith Hackney has, how much he's raced. I know he's done a little bit of Xfinity. Obviously, he races the Cup Series races. But I'm not 100% sure on that answer. Keith Hackney has ran a truck race this season. So, yeah, he's ran one. This is the second one. I'm not the boss. I do not know why. But, this is his second truck race of the season.
So there's your answer, Tony.
I'm unsure of which track, but I know he has ran one.
Bristol Dirt.
There's your answer.
But there's always a possibility that he paid a charter.
Really quickly while
I'm
we're
sure he's still eligible for that.
Yeah, really quickly while we're on it, Alex Healy in that D Generation X car has looked very sharp tonight, and he was one of the drivers that decided to stay out that last caution. But he has a little bit fresher he has about 30, 40 lap fresher tires than the guys in front of him. So that's a plus. The only problem is that the drivers behind him have 30, 40 lap fresher tires than him. And the first person with fresher tires is Peyton Hubbard, and behind him is Sean Kastritza. So got kind of three groups here. The drivers who pitted on lap 60, the drivers who pitted on lap 90, who is only Alex Healy, and everyone else. So it's going to be a fun restart as we're getting to the one to go here this next time by.
Remember, you get 80 viewers tomorrow night. Jason Collins by everybody watch on YouTube Pizza.
What type of pizza, though?
Cheese. I don't know.
No, what brand of pizza, silly? It doesn't matter about what type of pizza it is. It matters
Probably
what
for
brand.
Walmart.
No. Y'all have Donatos?
What is that?
Oh, wait, never mind. Y'all won't have Donatos in Arkansas. They have them up north.
Well, I'm not in Arkansas, actually.
You're close enough.
I am not. I'm close to you.
Get away. All right, well, it looks like with 15 laps here to go, once they hit the line, the green flag is back out here at Nashville Fairgrounds. And Peyton Hubbard, with fresher tires, is going to get a decent start, but not going to be able to clear the 59. Will he use the momentum to get the run here? It looks like he will. And the 59 able to hold strong right in front of him. He's going to go make a move for the lead over Keith Hackney here as he goes to the bottom. Not going to be able to get him exactly, but here comes Peyton Hubbard on that outside middle line, and the caution's out.
Caution's out. Lucas Lines.
Yeah, Bobby Hall Jr. Again, I think he got caught up into the end of that wreck. Let's see. Oh, 8 car turns him. And they're wrecking ahead of him.
Well, one thing we did request that Alex was that Jason give Mikey a bath before he came into the booth tonight, so he did have a little fresher scent.
So, actually looking at that wreck right there, what happened is that the 88 got loose, and it happened way ahead of them, and the 25 was checking up, which caused the whoever was behind, I think it was the 8 truck, to get into the back of him. But Wes Wiggin took a massive hit. I believe the 2 truck got involved, the 42, the 38. A lot of cars involved in that wreck. But it started with the 88 machine.
Thanks, Charlie. You know, Tony Iverson, he wants that pizza, so he wants y'all to get 80 consecutive viewers tomorrow night. You know? Alex Huffman always likes a free meal. So tomorrow night, next Xfinity Series, let's share the crap out of it. Let's try to get that milestone. I mean, we might break the bank, but I'm quite sure that Jason has enough money to buy everybody a pizza. Might be a personal pan. But
Knowing Alex Huffman, he'll probably complain about it somehow. But so we're gonna be going, I think, with about 10 laps to go here. Wonder what's gonna go on for these front two, because we saw Peyton Hubbard get a really good start, but he's not gonna be starting on that outside again. He's gonna be starting on the inside here, and you know, he has fresher tires. He's just not able to get the run that he wants to get past these guys. So lights are still on, so it looks like we're going to be going around another time before we get the green flag. And, you know, at this point with 10 laps to go, I don't know if the tires will be able to help them enough. You know, kind of getting them to cool down under these caution laps doesn't help the 99 machine or the 80 machine right behind them. So they're going to have to make an evasive move. I'm going to have to pass one of these guys to go for the win.
Well, you know, Alex, I mean, Waffle House, you always want to go to a place where you're not allowed.
Yeah.
And Waffle House, Mikey's not allowed in right now.
Yeah, one of our good friends, Justin Winters, we went to Waffle House and he paid for my dinner. So I will never complain again. I do not want a Waffle House car, I will tell you that, though.
He's going to make you a Waffle House car. How about that?
Waffle House is all over my cars. You just got to find it. So, looks like we're going to be going with 9 laps to go. Keith Hackney starting first on the outside again. Drew Prohl with fresher tires starting right behind him.
Tony wants
Blake
him
Hensley
smothered and covered.
inside. And green flag is out. Oh my goodness.
I'll be surprised if that one
Don't know what's
doesn't
happening,
get
but Blake
back.
Hensley. Blake Hensley's going to run Keith Hackney right now. Side by side going into turn 3. Not going to be able to get as he has to get off the gas. But, man, that start was crazy. And that's just going to be good for those top 2 guys on older tires.
Definitely is. Look at their top 2 pulled away. There is Peyton Hubbard in that 3rd spot as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Top 3 actually broke away from the pack when that happened. The 55 goes a little wide. That is George Gibbs. That's going to allow Drew Prohl to get underneath them. He will take that spot. And Shaka Stritz and Alex Healy, they're battling for 7th and 6th on the board. So we have drivers coming off of pit road. But right now, Keith Hackney, he has a mirror of Blake Hensley.
Yeah, and this is this is go time. And Blake Hensley, if he gets a run, we know 100% he's not going to make it. He has to make it. So we've seen him really, really good in 3 and 4. And as they enter this time, let's see if Blake can get a big enough run, and he will, and he's going to peek to the inside, a little bit of contact. And this is where it's been hard to pass all night as we see him get on the apron a little bit. Not going to help that truck as it upsets the balance, and he's not going to be able to pass him there, but he's going to look again here in turn 3, side by side entering the corner. Not going to be enough. Keith Hackney has that favorite outside line. He's going to be able to get the run. Not going to be able to do anything with it, and don't look behind you, but Peyton Hubbard has reeled these guys back in on a little bit fresher tires. Let's see if he will be able to make a move for the win.
Hubbard waiting on that door to open. Hensley looking towards the outside now, it looks like, on Keith Hackney. Hackney ran a lower line that time through 3 and 4 than what he's been doing. Now Hubbard still right there waiting for the mistake, watching these guys battle, knowing the laps are winding down low and the time is running out. 1, 2, 3, Hackney, Hensley, Hubbard right now. Still Hackney leading, though.
Yeah, Hensley tried to use the outside to gain some momentum there, but all that's going to do is let Peyton Hubbard get to his inside. And the person that loves that is Keith Hackney, as there's 2 laps to go here at Nashville Fairgrounds. And they are single file on the backstretch. Let's see if he can do it for one last time as the white flag is out here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Keith Hackney's out of fuel.
Your new race leader, Blake
Yellow's
Hensley.
out. The yellow came out before they hit the start-finish line, but the 69 machine is out of fuel.
Let's take a look. The 13 truck is what shows the caution came out for. It gets a little love tap there from the 19 of Justin Holtz. Gets the 13 around.
And this changes everything because not only that, I don't know if the 59 machine is going to be able to make it all the way. He only pitted 2 laps after Keith Hackney.
He has definitely been running that truck hard compared to what we've seen out of the 69 of Hackney. And, you know, Hackney might not be running under the next level racing flag here in Bluegrass this season, but he is still a next level racing driver along with Peyton Hubbard. Can't help but wonder if this wasn't a call from Keith Hackney to try to help his teammate of Peyton Hubbard out, hold Blake Hensley back and allow Peyton Hubbard to get there. Hubbard on fresher tires going to be restarting side by side with Hensley now. This could be a huge threat, especially with Hensley not pitting yet and a green-white checker coming underway.
Yeah, and the rookie Drew Prohl is going to be right there in third place. If you're him, you know, you're going to be starting most likely behind the leader unless Blake decides to take the outside. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to get under that 99 and you've got to move him up the track. That is really your only bet here if you're the 80. Now, if Blake takes the outside, that's going to be good for Sean Kastritza, who's going to have a little bit favored lane, and he might be able to get around the second place car. So we're going to see what Blake does here. Again, not sure if he can make it all the way on fuel, but it's going to be close.
He's going to try. He's going to get everything he got here. Where it will be a green, white, checkered.
You know, Steve, I'm just curious. Can we get an on-car of that 59? I want to see if that engine is getting shut down.
Oh, it
Hey,
definitely
there it
is.
is. Oh, yeah, there is no RPMs going on that truck right now. He is in full coast mode right there. No RPMs, nothing whatsoever.
And at this point, what this means is that he is probably about right on the mark of where he needs to be at. So I think we're going to be going around. Blake's calling that he wants the top line right here, which Sean Kastritza really wants. He's going to take the outside, and it looks like they're going double file. We're going to be going this time by. See if he has enough fuel in that tank to make it.
Green, white, checkered.
And Travis Twitty's out there in 7th right now. Oh, what a great run for Travis, though. I was kind of making fun of it because I said it earlier, but man, up to 7th place. Great run for Travis. George Gibbs in 8th, also another rookie in this series. Fantastic job by those guys. The D-Generation X car out there in 5th place for Alex Healy. Wonderful runs for these guys, and looks like we're about to go green for hopefully the final time of this race.
Alrighty, as we're coming to the green flag, he fires off. Blake Hensley. And that allows the 99 of Hubbard to get right there in his hip pocket. As your top 3 start to break way single file. Taylor Peacock battling with Drew Pro, giving Taylor Peacock for that 4th position. Pro falls back to 5th.
And Blake Hensley shot out of a cannon as he took the lead. White flag is out. Peyton Hubbard in 2nd. Will he have time to run him down? He is about 3 or 4 car lengths off the back bumper of the 59. He's not close enough. Let's see if he'll be able to send it here. Turn 3 for Blake Hensley. Goes into the corner. The 99 not going to be able to get there. Blake Hensley's going to save enough fuel. Stay out. He's going to win. Oh, my goodness. What a finish, Peyton Hubbard. Oh, my. Peyton Hubbard wins. Holy cow. He ran it out wide. Oh, my goodness.
Final time showing 6/100ths of a second between those two drivers. Actually, right there, it shows 1/10 of a second.
Unbelievable.
On the official results.
All right, Peyton Hubbard picking up his 2nd win of the season. Blake Hensley, Sean Kastritza, Taylor Peacock, Drew Pro rounds out your top 5. Alex Healy, Keith Hackney, Travis Twitty, George Gibbs, and Alan DeRocco, your top 10. 11th would be Cody Anderson, Barrett Morton, Fernando Takahashi, Ed Osborne, and Bobby Hall Jr. Round out your top 15.
Then you're going to have Lucas Lyons, Cody Vero, Wes Wiggin, David Brackett, Tyler Evans, your top 20. Sean Kaiser, Daniel Worthington, Brian Terry, Justin Reinstedel, Justin Holt, top 25. And then it's going to be Ron Morse Jr., Gary Jaworski, Jeremy Vaughn, Ronnie Shirk, Derek Puckett, Aaron Jackson, Will Weber, and Jonah Colbert rounding out your 33-car field.
We'll be right back with post-race interviews. What a great finish here at Nashville Fairgrounds as the 99 of Peyton Hubbard picks up his second win of the season, as we're waiting for these drivers to come down into the staging area for post-race interviews. If you're Blake Hensley right now, what do you do? Are you beating yourself up, or you just howly you finished in top 3?
You know, I would not be too mad if I was him. He did everything he could, and, you know, staying out there almost 100 laps, you can't really do much more. You know, definitely unfortunate he ran out there just at the end, but, you know, he did the best he could, and he did a great job. You know, he was literally 500 feet from winning the race.
All righty. Mikey Neal Jr. caught up with your race winner,
Mr. Peyton Hubbard. You got a copy?
I do.
Wow. I really don't know what to say. I don't know if the viewers know what to say. I don't even know if you know what to say. But explain your race, man, especially that finish right there.
Yeah, I mean the plan was, you know, me and Sean working together. We that I saw that when Keith and Blake were on that strategy, we were just thinking the whole time that, you know, they're either going to make it right to the end if it actually ends green, and then once Keith ran out of fuel, we were thinking, you know, if Blake pitted a lap or two after him, then he's next. And, you know, it's just, I thought he was going to have it. So I just kind of settled in. I was like, I can't make a move. And then he moved to the inside, and, you know, that was it. And I didn't even think I had it still. I thought he had still got the win. And so that feels good. I felt like I ran the best race I could.
Yeah, and we saw you up front for, you know, a lot of the night. You know, we had a few fallbacks where we saw you, you know, hit the wall, scrape the right side up pretty good. How was the track tonight? Because we saw a lot of people getting loose in turn 1 and 2 after hitting the apron, you know, avoiding all the cautions. Like, how was it to get around all of that mess?
A lot of it was luck. there was a lot of them. But really, it was just, there were a lot of people driving really aggressive in the beginning. You know, not overly, but it was just trying to find a spot to settle in and, you know, be easy on throttle, because 2 and 4 can get you quick. So, but the setup we got was really good tonight. I ran a bunch of laps with it and felt really confident coming in. It's just, you know, everything worked out the way I think it should. And, you know, when I came up I think I went to kind of dive in on Duranco, and, you know, I overcooked it a little bit. I mean, I got loose and rode it up the track and got lucky that it didn't affect the truck at all. I was kind of worried there, but everything worked out.
Yeah, and coming into this race, now after the race, 8 starts, 6 top 5s, 2 wins. How do you feel about this around mid-season now?
It feels good. I mean, this is one of the first rounds I've been, you know, this is actually the best I felt coming in with any of them. And Coda was one that I was really looking forward to, and, you know, I got the win there, but I felt better coming into this one than I did Coda. It was just all about dodging the wrecks and, you know, being on the right strategy, which ended up working out.
All right, Peyton, you know, we got some sponsors, teammates, friends, family that you want to thank. Go ahead and thank them.
Yeah, I want to thank Elite Performance Industries, Smith & Company, Custom Homes, OGO, Spy Optic, you know, all the, you know, Sean, Keith, Jeremy, all those guys, you know, we worked really good together tonight. You know, I know Jeremy had some bad luck, but Sean ran a good race. I know you'll talk to him here in a bit, but he ran a really good race. He was fast all night. So, but just thanks to all those guys.
All right, thank you, Peyton. Congratulations on your win by a few feet there. That was awesome. A good way to keep in it. So hope to see you around. Good win. See you next week.
All right, Blake. Came up just a little bit short there. It looked like you tried everything to save fuel. That last caution just wasn't enough.
God dang it, man. That one hurts. That one hurts. I'm telling you.
Well, when you saw Keith Hackney run out of gas, what went through your head then?
Well, of course, me and Keith have been talking. I knew he was going to run out before I did. I had a little extra 2 laps more than he did. Plus, I saved a little more during that green flag run than he did, clutching and rolling and all that during the green flag run. I saw him run out as we were coming to the white, and I thought, here it is. We got it locked up. And then the next thing you know, there's that caution. I'm like, oh, here we go. And tried to save all I could. I only used just a tenth of a tank, a tenth of a gallon under that caution, and still was clutching and rolling it those last 2 laps. And coming to turn 3 with my iRacing black box said 0.7 gallons, so I thought, well, we're good to go. And I got on the gas out of 3, and it was going, and it was going. Then I got out of 4, and it was not going. Any less of a man, I guess, would have stuffed it up in front of Peyton there, and threw a bad, crazy block like that. But I really didn't have enough time to react to even think about doing that. So, all things considered, a second place finish is great tonight.
So, a second place finish. How's this going to set you up for the rest of the week here?
Well, I hope this is some good momentum we can carry throughout the rest of the week. We got 2 more races, 2 more longer races in the Xfinity Cup Series tomorrow and Wednesday night. So hopefully what I learned tonight will carry over and help me out in those two series I'm running for points in.
So what you going to do tomorrow night with the broadcast? What you're supposed to do? Pop quiz. You want to be fed pizza, right?
Yeah, I could go for some pizza. Maybe a cold beverage here and there. That'd be all right. That kind of helped tonight. So I'll maybe keep that trick up my sleeve.
There you go. Well, share out the broadcast tomorrow night. Let's get all your fans joined in for the Xfinity Series and onto the Cup Series. So, second place run, not too shabby. A lot of cautions tonight. Is that what we're going to see the rest of the week too?
Is that even a question?
Well, it could be. I mean,
but as much as I hate to say it, yeah, you're going to see cautions the rest of the week. Unfortunately, they deemed me the cause of one of them. I don't know about that. I had to go back and have that double checked. It seemed like it was kind of more of a racing incident, but no use in fighting during the race. So I don't know how many we had tonight, but I'd say I don't know how much longer the race is tomorrow and Wednesday night, but I'd say you can probably add about 5 and 10 to each one of the races.
Well, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible.
Yeah, shout out to all my guys on the team at Cornerstone. Glad to be able to jump in the Truck Series and fill in tonight and bring them as good of a finish as I could. Hate I couldn't get the win for them tonight, but we'll give them a run for their money tomorrow and Wednesday night. Shout out to W Energy, Function, Junction Smoke Shop, Mountain View Detailing, Aerial Professionals of Western North Carolina, Sorrells Marathon, Team Goon Squad, Brent Keith at BK, Rocky Boyd, Will Weber, and Cornerstone Motorsports. And also a huge shout out to my beautiful fiance at home. Hopefully she was able to watch tonight. 67 days until we get married. So big shout out to her.
All righty. Well, that is Blake Hensley coming home with second place, and BJ Duvall caught up with Sean Kostritza.
That's right. I've caught up with the man driving the 46. Man, what a job you did tonight. We saw you up towards the front throughout pretty much the entire night, but there was one time you went to the back right before we came back to green. Tell us a little bit about that and then a little bit about your trip back through the field.
Yeah, the night was going way too good, so I decided to get a speeding penalty. So restarted at the tail end of the field there, but no, just tried to be patiently aggressive coming up through the field. There's a couple close moments. when somebody blew up coming off a 2. I think we went like 4 wide or at least 3 wide. So made it through that. And the caution fell right at the right time with 27 to go, I believe it was. And me and Peyton were kind of on the same strategy as far as that went. So we stopped and got some fresh tires, and yeah, the restarts kind of went our way. I apologize to the 80 second last restart. I got into the back of him. I don't know if I mistimed it or he checked up at the last second or what happened, but I about took him out. So yeah, just fantastic that we can get a race put together like this. And we've been kind of falling short the last couple weeks. A lot of bad luck. So had some luck come our way this week, and yeah, feels good.
You know, you're looking into running Xfinity and Cups throughout the rest of the weeks you've done all season long. Do you feel that this race here gave you some insight and gave you a little bit of momentum going into the next 2 races?
Xfinity for sure. But the cup, that's a whole different animal. I'm still trying to get my arms around that beast. Um, they're just so stiff. They don't have any body roll. And not a whole lot of fun to drive at times, especially on a track like this where I feel I'm just comfortable with the body roll. And if you know how to work that, that's kind of half the battle. So getting them cup cars to turn, yeah, that's a whole different ball game.
All right, well, you had a fantastic run tonight. Go ahead and thank your sponsor. Shout out to everybody who helped make it possible for you to get there.
World of Thunder Esports League, UDTV, Miller Family Trucking, and DirtFan.com. I appreciate it, BJ and Steven. Congratulations to Peyton. He deserved that win. That was a wild finish. I got a front row seat for that. Appreciate it, my mom and dad, my sister, my girlfriend Kayla, and the big man upstairs.
All righty. And that is your third place finisher, Sean. Steve?
All righty. Well, that's going to conclude our broadcast here tonight with the Bluegrass Truck Series here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Tomorrow night, same time, same place, but with the Xfinity Series. And then Wednesday night will be the Cup Series. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe out there and God bless.